Sailor Dennis, are we tired of winning?
Never, never. And the American people are not tired of winning either. We've lost for 4 years. That's plenty. That's more than enough losing for the remainder of all time.
That's a great intro. Let's go over the 5 or 6 bullet points on exactly why our country is winning from now on.
Well, the big issue has always been illegal immigration. All the illegal aliens from various countries throughout the world just coming here, and not only coming here uninvited, illegally crossing the border, but then when they get here, they're consuming our programs that they're not even entitled to, like welfare and medical care.
But now the bronze Adonis himself has given these people incentives to go back to their home country.
Yes. The Golden Warrior has done just that. He's given them a fair deal. Pay them, give them a one-way plane ticket. Pay them a couple $1,000s to give them a head start when they get back home, back where they belong, back where they came from, and we're not exhausting our Social Security fund. We're not exhausting the money for Medicare and Medicaid and all these other programs that are meant for legal, honest-to-goodness American citizens who worked hard for their whole life and get to the end, or get disabled, or get to old age, and we need these programs for ourselves. We contribute to them, and we use them.
Well said. And let's go over for a moment about how well Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, did in cutting out wasteful things. DOGE, wasteful spending.
Right. Well, the DOGE has done quite a good job. And now Elon Musk, his agreed to amount of time is over. He's going back home. He sacrificed a lot of his business, and it cost him millions of dollars to work for us for free. So the United States of America, we owe Elon Musk a hearty well done and a heartfelt thank you for the help that he's given us. And this program of DOGE will remain intact as long as we have a logical president in charge.
Okay.
Because it's already set up, and it will run, and it'll need periodic inspection, but it's going to serve us well.
Now, I know you wanted to also talk about the both, well, separately, but you can kind of combine it in a way that makes sense, the tariffs and the Democrats. So please explain to all the Democrats watching why these tariffs are actually helping us.
Well, the tariffs have been that was the beginning of our nation. We had no federal income tax. We had no state income tax. We had no taxes of any sort. When America was established, that's all we had was a tariff. And the tariff worked out quite well because look what we developed into. In fact, we overdeveloped, and now it's time to start getting back to basics and things that work.
Now, I believe I forget whether it was the House or Senate, but one of those passed the something in regards to the whole no tax on Social Security and tips and things, which is great that Trump thought of that. Now, the other side, when they were running, they tried to steal it because they have none of their own original ideas. But with the whole no tax on tips and no tax on all those different things, hopefully that will also help America with its whole spending of things.
Well, no tax on tips is great.
Yeah.
That incentivizes people, hardworking people, to work even more, because they get to rightfully keep the extra money from the work that they're doing. From the 40 hours a week is plenty of work for any human being. And when you go over 40 hours a week and you're getting it overtime, you're doing that because it's necessary, and it's productive. It's productive over time.
Right. Now,
So why not reward the people? for
absolutely,
that?
absolutely. I also just want to mention a few weeks ago, or not too long ago, Trump went to visit some Middle Eastern countries, including the big one named Saudi Arabia. It's very interesting to note how how Saudi Arabia was treating him with so much more respect than even from some people from our own country.
America is probably the youngest country on the planet Earth, and look at all the advancements that we've made. Look at what we have here for being the youngest. However, we've had some bad leaders. Don't want to mention any names, Joe Biden, but Chameleon Harris and Tampon Tim Walz. We've had some real winners. We've had some real winners occupying positions that they should have never had, getting exposure that they should have never had. So anyways, these countries that we're dealing with have been around for centuries and centuries. They're the oldest countries on earth.
But he seems
And they respect
right.
they respect honesty, they respect shrewdness, business acumen. They appreciate these things because they've had it hard, and they've had to use these things to build their country. And naturally, when America came around, da-dum-de-dum, and they could take advantage of us in ways like not paying for their protection, not paying their dues in the what do you call it? In any of these organizations that we're in, these world organizations, they don't pay their dues. They don't pay for their what do you call it, protection, and they stick it on us.
Right.
All those days are over,
Right.
and they respect that.
Right.
They're not mad at us like you would think. They respect us for it.
Exactly.
Especially Saudi Arabia and hard countries like that. They understand.
Now I know you. Before we started to talk about some of the points, were there any other points we talked about to still mention about the whole how we're still always winning now? What other bullet points we haven't yet mentioned yet? Anything else?
Sure. We there's the Department of Uneducation.
Oh, education.
We have the worst. We got a bunch of people who don't even know the basics: reading, writing, and arithmetic. We got sidetracked for quite a while with this.
I'm wondering.
With this. What do you call it? Equity. What do they call that? The craziness. This equity craziness.
Equity. I'm wondering if they even teach kids cursive anymore. I don't even think they're teaching the kids cursive.
Well, in private schools, I'm sure that they teach cursive. In public schools,
Public schools probably not.
I'm sure they're not teaching cursive anymore.
All right.
It's just one example of many things.
All right. We're a little bit over 8 minutes at this point. So, any concluding wrap-up thoughts on? Are we tired of winning?
America will never be tired of winning. We've been embarrassed enough. We've been mismanaged enough. Now it's time to reap the rewards of having a solid leader, a solid team, a solid administration, and let's just hang on and go for a nice productive ride where people respect us again. The world leaders respect us, respect our leaders. We're no longer the whipping post of the world.
Well
Amen.
said. Amen. Well said. That's all we got for you in this one. While I start to turn this off, let me know if you think of any non-politic topics to talk about, not related to politics. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.